Hi, how are you? It's Travis in here, and welcome back to our adventures with the Hardcore Warrior.
Greetings.
Today we are back in Tanaris, guys, to do some more questing. We slayed some ogres last episode.
Adventurer. How can I be of service to you today?
Just want to
you don't
get
look like a blacksmith to me,
rid of some
but
loot
I know
here.
how looks can be deceiving.
Should be good enough for now.
Hurry back!
And we are going to be heading south today to Thistle Shrub Valley, guys. And we will try to complete that quest down there. Could be tough. Got to watch out for the root shapers. Could get rooted and pull too much stuff, but we'll just do what we did against the ogres and focus on our range pulling and see how we do. Hopefully we survive. I think we will. And I hope you guys are doing well today. I am doing pretty good. Looks kind of interesting there. Yeah. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good today. Couple new free games came out this week on Epic. I always check them out, even though I don't play a majority of them. One's called Dead Time Defenders. It's a side-scrolling looter shooter role-playing game. Looks all right. Fun little indie game. It's always nice to have. And the other one is an RTS game, real-time strategy game called Touch Type Tale. It has a competitive multiplayer supposedly, and there's a typing mechanic to make it a little more unique from other RTS games. I'm not too sure what that typing mechanic's all about, but I do think it probably maybe has something like Speed Racer where you have to type fast. Whoever types faster gets, like, I don't know, a crit or something. I don't know. Maybe you have to type to produce units. I'm not too sure. But typing is a mechanic they added to the game. I might look into it later. And those are the two free games of the week on Epic. It's cool that they do that. I've gotten quite a few games from Epic over the last few years. And Pal World, they have continued fighting against Nintendo to, try to keep Pal World like the way it was. It's sort of like Pokemon. Nintendo didn't like that, so they're trying to make Pal World change anything that is Pokemon-esque. One thing they got rid of is throwing the ball out for the Pal to come out, because that's like Pokemon. You throw the ball, Pokemon comes out. Now it's just you drop it. And the one that they've gotten rid of recently is you're not allowed to fly around on top of your Pal, because that's a Pokemon thing. So now they're just going to give people gliders to glide around on. All right, so here we are. That's a thistle shrub right there. Let's see how we do, guys. I need to get a bite to eat here. And then we'll start our reign of chaos against these... I don't even know what the hell these things are called, man, but... Wow, that would have been scary. Imagine we charged into this guy and this guy spawned on top of us. Scary indeed. Let's go over here. They're pretty spread out, so I think we have to really worry about multiple mobs coming. But we're doing great damage when we get crits. I guess this won't be as as rough as I thought it would be. That mob got wrecked. I guess because of the, you know, the gear upgrades we've been getting recently. And Split Fiction, I heard, got sold over 4 million copies. Will probably go up for Game of the Year. And it'll probably be considered one of the best co-op games of all time. It's the same creators of the game that won Game of the Year in 2021, I believe, was the year. It Takes Two. I just recently played that on the channel. Fun game. Awesome co-op game. And supposedly Split Fiction is arguably a better version of that, so that's saying a lot. Yeah, we gotta get rid of these totems. Hang out here for a second. Do we need to fight dew collectors? Well, there was a quest, actually, to get a dew gland. Oh, damn it. My bad, guys. Well, one good thing is we have our hearth back there. I should have got that quest. Completely forgot. There's a quest to get a dew gland. Should I run there or run back? It's such a journey down here, though, man. Well, the cool thing is we don't really have to fight the dew collectors right now. Like, we can hearth back and see how we're doing. We have time to do this quest. But yeah, the dew collectors dropped the dew gland. I should have picked that up. It's okay though. We're really just trying to get the thistle shrubs and the other mobs here. There's so many dew collectors, we could easily finish it. Maybe I should just hearth back and get it. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll hearth back. My bad, guys. Mistakes were made. Just crossed my mind. There's just so many dew collectors there. We might as well get it. But it's going to be quite the journey there and back now. Imagine I hearth back here and we can't even pick up the quest. There it is. This is for Noggin Fogger. Turns you into like a pirate, I think.
Talk to me. Living out here in the desert is rough. I get so thirsty standing outside in this heat.
I've got an idea, see? I've heard of some strange creatures called dew collectors that live to the southwest, and that they are able to store water in special glands. I think that if I could get one of these glands, I could create a drink that would quench my terrible thirst. Do you think you could help me, adventurer? Look for the cactus garden, adventurer. That's where you'll find the dew collectors.
All right, so there we go. We got our dew collector quest. It's not too bad. We have a mount with carrot on a stick now, so we'll get there pretty damn quick. And supposedly Apex Legends, I haven't even heard about that game in ages, is supposedly revenue is going to drop 40% this year, making it one of the biggest declines in the game's history. I think that might just be maybe BRs, or maybe it's just, you know, not keeping up with Fortnite. Like, BRs are getting pretty old now, you know? Like, the first one that I remember was the H1Z1 Battle Royale. And then we got into Fortnite, and then Fortnite blossomed a bunch of other Battle Royales, and then Call of Duty did it. And now Battle Royales are kind of kind of old. They're sort of like MOBAs, like, you know, League of Legends and Dota. After a while, those kind of just got, you know, old. Sort of like MMOs. Remember when MMOs were huge? That was in the 2000s, man. I think like late 90s, like all the way through the 2000s, like MMO games were pretty big. And FPS games as well. Yeah, I wonder what the new genre will be. I think indie, man. I think indie games, like fun little indie games, are the new jam, maybe. Not too sure. Maybe it's going back to the single player RPG. Maybe that will be the games that, you know, take over. We're starting to see a lot of those like blow up. You know, like 2 turn-based, like Clair Obscur, I believe it's called. That's a turn-based RPG. That's doing pretty damn well. And then they had Baldur's Gate, another turn-based RPG. So like the RPG's coming back. Well, it's probably never been gone. But I'm not too sure. You know what? You know what's coming back? The remastered. That's the version, the genre of game that is making a comeback. It's taking over. Eventually, the remastered will get burnt out. Imagine they start remastering remastered games. Oh, man. Speaking of remastered, Final Fantasy VII Remake is going to be on Nintendo Switch 2. So there we go. You know, another PlayStation exclusive making their way to another console. Yeah, a lot going on. A lot going on in gaming. It's been a wild start to the first half of the year. Crazy how we're already almost halfway through 2025. Feel like it just started like yesterday. A lot of change this year, that's for sure. We're beating these guys up pretty good. Can handle too, I think. They don't hit that hard, and they hit pretty damn slow. We're not even debuffing them. How are we doing on the food buff? We got 6 minutes. That's one problem we got here is don't have any like food just to eat, get health back. But we do have the Laden Dew Gland quest now, so we can start fighting the Dew Collectors. Should I queue up for? Oh, so these are the what? These are the guys. Are we in poison right now? Yeah, the Dew Collectors, they're the ones you gotta watch out for. We got an empty Dew Gland there. Should we queue up for Zulfarak. Why not? 244s there. Got a bunch of 50s. If they had a shaman with them, I'd be like, get me in there. That would be so fun. Go in with our Ravager. With Wind Fury weapon. Or Wind Fury totem. Bunch of warriors. Who's this guy? Is this the... Yeah, I don't want to join that. I want to join the level 44's Zulfarak. I don't... We have Wind Fury. No, you don't. Oh, yeah, you do. That's hilarious. You're not tricking me into that, pal. Yeah, Wind Fury is good. But you guys are a little low of a level. I don't want to say that. You know, like, I don't want to... It's because we're playing hardcore. If we weren't playing hardcore, I would go in. But since it's hardcore, these guys are kind of just entry level into ZF. I'm kind of just looking for a smooth run with these. Like, I'd go with these guys, these level 50s. That'd be great. Just want a nice, smooth run. Get some XP. And then just, you know, get in, get out. So we still got a few levels like where we can actually go into ZF and just, you know, maybe get Jankthrace, Sancthrace, and just chill. It would be fun to go in like a bunch of level 50s and a shaman. Like level 50, bunch of warriors, and then a healer shaman. Drop in Wind Fury totem, that would be great. Or even an enhanced shaman with a priest. And then 3 other warriors, that would be amazing. But we gotta be picky, guys. We're level 50, like, you know? Pretty much there. Interrupted that. Yeah, we're so close to getting to the... We're not close. It's going to be the longest 10 levels, but... You know, we're 10 levels away. I think that's... There we go. Got the Laden Dew Gland. Perfect. Pretty good drop rate right there. Usually it takes a little bit longer than that. And a level 11 undead warrior died to his Scarlet Vanguard and Tears Fall Glades. It's cool seeing that there's still people... You know, just leveling new characters on the server. I wonder what the faction balance between Alliance and Horde are now, though. There's only 3 layers going. I remember when there used to be 10. Those were the good days. Hardcore hype. Now it's kind of slowly dying down. I think every time there's a DDoS attack, you know, more and more people stop playing. And supposedly if there is a DDoS attack, don't transfer your character over to I believe the server's called the PvE server, Dreamweaver, I think it's called, or Dreamstar, I don't remember. But yeah, the Dream server. Don't transfer it, because if they do, you know, call back or recall back the characters that suffered to death from a DDoS, then, you know, if you transfer your character, you can't bring your character back to the hardcore server. Which is too bad, but they did, you know, warn everybody about it. I need to get a food buff after this. Looks like that level 50 group got... got their healer. Missed out on that group. I wish we queued up earlier. Get ourselves a food buff, and then get these last 2 thistle shrubs, and then we'll need 2 more root shapers after this one. Not too bad. I wonder if they'd ever do hardcore TBC. You know? Like a fresh hardcore TBC. Or we could take our hardcore characters to TBC. That'd be so badass. That would be cool. And you start at 60, you go through the gate. Because leveling in TBC, it's actually kind of, it's much different than vanilla. Like, it's not as long, you know, from 60 to 70, but the mob density in zones is insane. Well, it's more dense. It's not insane, but it's just more dense. And you can easily, like, pull multiple mobs at a time. Especially in Hellfire Peninsula. But it's going to be a lot of fun on the mage, because we'll get to do some awesome AoE pulls just right off the bat. Really fun to be a mage at the beginning of TBC. I'm having fun getting gear on the mage. It's going to be a little bit of a struggle getting into a guild. We're in a guild, but it's going to be a struggle just getting ourselves placed in a spot where we, you know, we feel like we're in a good spot where we can, like, you know, clear raids. Because I don't really have a character that can really get me into the type of guild I'd want to be in. I kind of enjoy guilds that the style I like is the guild. It's pretty much the style that I played when in 2019. It's just guilds that like to you know, do not wipe in raids and do them clean. And then once you get that down, you start doing the raids clean. You start trying to do speedrunning. Speedrunning's a lot of fun. You're really locked in when there's like a speedrun going. When you're going through a raid and a speedrun. I think I'd have a few on the channel that we've done. But you're really just locked in, and it's a lot of fun. Like, you're trying not to make a mistake, because if you make a mistake, it just ruins it for 40 people. It's a little bit stressful, but it's a fun experience. And when you get a good time, it's an awesome feeling to achieve that with another group of, like, you know, 39 people. But the problem is I can't get into those guilds right now because my character's just doesn't have gear. So it's going to be quite the grind to get to that point. But the guild that I'm in, like, that I've joined, I checked them out and they look like they're pretty cool. I don't know what they do. Their raids are clean on their first raid team. I think they're making a second raid team. They have this guy making a second raid team. And I think that's what we joined. And what this second raid team is, you're pretty much the B team. And I've been a part of guilds where I've been an officer and, like, stuff like that. The reason why you have a B team is just in case people, like, bail from your A team. And then you just, like, call people up from your B team. Because the hardest boss in the game is the roster boss. So you need to sort of have, like, a bench, right? But it's hard to keep people on a bench because they want to get loot. So you have to have a second squad. That's just a little more casual and chill. So we'll see what happens with that. Maybe we'll get onto their A team. I doubt it, because They have like too many mages. I checked their composition. They have like 7 mages. And that's a little too many. And we're surrounded by these guys here. I don't like this. They have too many mages. They have like 7 to 8 mages. They need more warriors. They don't. The thing is, they don't need more warriors. But if you want to like blast through raids, the more warriors, the better. Like, this version of the game is pretty much World of Warriors. And I think they have, like, too many mages, so they'll probably never call up a mage, but I think what they'll do is they'll slowly, like, call up the warriors in the second team and then bring them up to the first team. I think that's kind of their plan, from my perspective. Because guilds are kind of like sports teams, sort of. You know, you have your farm team, right? I guess that would be the team I'm on. I'm like, I'm on the farm team now for that guild, or their potential farm team. We'll see if they even get this going. And then they have their main team, right? Just like the NHL, the NBA, Major League Baseball, all that stuff. You know, football over in Europe. I don't think. I think the NFL is the only thing that doesn't really have only league that doesn't have a farm system like that. They just have practice squads, right? They don't really have a second league. I think the NFL could potentially have a second league, maybe. They've tried a bunch of times with, like, you know, the XFL and other sports like that. I mean, other leagues like that. I think Vince McMahon, you know, the owner of the WWF, the WWE, the World Wrestling, you know, Entertainment, or back when I used to watch it as a kid, World Wrestling Federation. He brought out the XFL. They have arena football leagues. And then we got the CFL up here. A lot of players actually come and play in the CFL. It's a different style of football, though. It's 3 downs instead of 4. The ball's bigger. And I think I'm pretty sure the field's wider. And some football players have a tough time transitioning into the CFL. Like, forget that guy's name. Johnny Manziel. He came up to the CFL, played for the Alouettes. And he didn't do too well. It's hard to transition. They're good players. You know what I mean? Like, it's good football. It's just, like, think about it. Like, all the college players that don't get into the NFL and don't want to play on the practice squad in the NFL and actually want to play football, just go up to the CFL. So they're good players. You know, there isn't many, like, football leagues around the world, so I'd say it's probably the second best, you know, football league in the world is the CFL. It'd be badass if the NFL and the CFL merged, because there's clearly enough football talent out there for the NFL to have more teams, I think. I always thought that Kaepernick guy, he should have came to the CFL. I think Tim Tebow never went to the CFL either. I always thought he should have given the CFL a chance. But some people, you know, they just want to play in the NFL. They don't want to go to the CFL, because once you get into the CFL, maybe you get like locked in there, and now you're a CFL guy. This guy's trying to make a group again. I don't know. I wouldn't mind like doing it, but guys, he's only level 44. Kind of want to just, you know, just wait for just a smooth run. Steak and potatoes death. I do a Scorpid Dune Brower. Why queue for ZF and deny invites? This guy's so tilted. Doesn't make sense. I'm a tease. I'm a tease. Give him the wink. There we go. The guy's still too upset today. Mad because I'm not joining his groups, but the thing is, man, once you have the gear you want and you've done the quest, you're just looking for XP. You just want to be in an easy run. You don't want to have to do the quests. And I know that 50 group, they were just going to cruise through it. That's kind of what I'm sort of looking for.
What's up?
They're that big, I might have to rethink my plan. But you did hold up your end of the bargain, so
that brings us down to Anguro. It's like Sag. Why does he keep inviting me?
Time is money, friend.
There's nobody there, man. It's just me and you.
Keep it real.
Please tell me you found the dew collectors.
Oh, wonderful. Give it here. Let me drink it.
A good taste.
Black! This stuff tastes terrible. So much for that idea. Wait, what's that?
On,
oh,
I know.
You think I shouldn't give up on this stuff. Well, okay then. I have an idea. Brilliant. Take this dew to my friend Sprinkle. She's an excellent chef. Tell her what we're up to here, and that we want to make it go down a little easier. I mean, if it's gonna taste that bad, it at least should have some kick to it. And I'm just not feeling it.
Marin's a good guy, don't get me wrong. Just a little eccentric, I'd say. And of course, he needs my help yet again.
It's a good
When
word.
I was a kid, my sister used to do all the cooking. It was horrible. I could barely stomach some of her concoctions until I found what I like to call my secret ingredient. Add
Level
it to
50.
anything and
No.
wow, it tastes great. What is it, you ask? It's a mushroom called the violet tragon. If you want me to help you turn this horrid tasting brew into something edible, head to the hinterlands and look for a small lake there. Oh, and remember, the violet tragon can only be found underwater.
Come on, give us our level. We have actually a few more to go. We're kind of done for now questing here. All the other quests kind of bring us to there's Gazridian could have got. It's an okay quest. Just run around and pick up Gazridian. It's in the sand. Put like a funny little helmet on your head and just run around collecting it. It's usually near like the ogre camps. There's a bunch of ogres guarding it. Yeah, we're doing some good old-fashioned farming. No quests. It's like boar farming. South Park, but we're farming scorpions. We could do that all the way to 60 too. Nothing wrong with that, guys. You know, if you're not doing it, there's no quests to do. Just treat it like any other RPG and just grind. Just go somewhere and just kill mobs. You don't have to do the quests. And there we go, level 50, guys. But it is good to do them. You know, it's... And that gets us 5 out of 5 Demo Shout, which means increases the immediate attack power reduction of Demo Shout by 40%. Oh, he's got a big healer now, eh?
Where would you like to fly to?
I'm gonna fly to Ogremark. Should we fly to Thunderbluff, actually? No, it's a little closer. Yeah, just hit 50. I don't know, maybe we'll do it. I don't know. See. Nobody here. So yeah, we got Cleave rank 4, Recklessness, and Rend to get. Rend rank 6. I wonder if Rend rank 6 is any good. Wounds the target, causing them to bleed for 170 damage over 21 seconds. Recklessness, the warrior will cause critical hits with most attacks and will be immune to fear for the next 15 seconds, but all damage taken is increased by 20%. Not the good ability to use if you know, you're just cruising, right? You just want to do a bunch of damage. But I think it is tied in with retaliation, so probably rarely ever use it. And then we get Cleave rank 4, which is amazing. That's the best ability that we're getting today. Sweeping attack that does your weapon damage plus 32 to the target and his nearest ally. Wow, this guy Hoof Hogan. That's an awesome name. The 18 warrior died to Gesharahan in the Barrens. And his last words were, "Your gear is cheeks." It's like that's like a Zoomer term, I think. Cheeks. I think millennials will just say ass. Your gear is ass. that's what millennials would say. Cheeks is a little more. I don't know. I guess you could say it as a little more. It's nicer. It's not as blunt. Groomus. Died to an Elder Mistvale Gorilla in Stranglethorn Vale, level 1. Why is he running down there? I guess he's just trying to get there. Orlok Daylock died to a Kolkar Outrunner, level 6. And Duratar. That's down near Senjin Village. Tough way to die, man. Especially when you're up here. Level 49. This guy died to a Scorpion Borer, and he's like, his last words were in Ternaris. He's like, grab it quick. I think that's the... He's nuts. That's the quest we avoid doing. The Noxious Lair investigation. Yeah, that's probably the quest he was doing there. He's like, that's not worth doing. There's like any cave quest is just, it sucks unless you're like a literal boss in that cave, and like you have to pull like 5 to 10 mobs for you to die. If you're like 5 levels higher than everything, and like, and your aggro radius is so, you know, small that you could be literally be standing beside the mob and it still wouldn't attack you, that's when you go into a cave. I sometimes go and take a risk. A lot of people do. That's the problem with quests, right? They lure you into traps in hardcore when you don't even have to go do them. It's raining. It's a rainy day in Thunder Bluff. So where's the warrior trainer? It's over here, right? In the Hunter's Rise?
How may I aid you?
Oh, look at that. Yeah, it's lagging.
Which trainer do you seek? Aspiring to join our ranks one day? Sark Reg Totem can help you on your way. He's in the Hunter's Hall.
Aspiring to join our ranks, he says. This guy doesn't know who I am. I have a whirlwind axe, alright? It'd be cool if they had an RP server where you could be like a bluff watcher. And stuff like a World of Warcraft RP server. Some players are the chief, you know what I mean? Or the chieftain. Or the war chief. That'd be pretty funny. Some people are like class trainers. You can only train your abilities when this person's online.
Hey. No matter how much one learns, there is always more to know.
Cleave rank 4. It would never work. It just sounds. I just think it sounds funny. So there we go. I read over all the abilities. We just got them now. Should I put recklessness on our bars? I'm not too sure. Put it. We'll put it. I don't know. Maybe we can. We'll put it there. Yeah, we got Cleave rank 4 now. That was by far the best ability upgrade that we got. And then we also have Rend rank 6. I don't think we have Rend on our bars. I kind of took it. No, there it is. Rend rank 6. I think it's okay if it's like a big boss. Maybe, like, probably not. Like, even if the boss has a lot of health and you know you're going to get the full duration of the Rend, it's probably still not worth it. Just keep doing Heroic Strike. Because once the Sunders are up, you're doing quite a bit of damage with Heroic Strike. But yeah, guys, we are currently, I think, done with Tanaris. Maybe I'll fly down now to Feralus. I think Feralus would be a nice little spot to do some questing in. Oh, who's this guy, dude? Kind guy. He bowed to me on the bridge. I had to bow back. Yeah, the healer left. Like, the bro gave up. He's like, I'm out of here. Fed up. I don't blame him.
When mounted on the back of a Wind Rider, one sees that its reputation for strength and speed is well earned.
Alright, to Feralus we go. We got a bunch of quests there, well, a few. A few easy ones, or not easy, but a few that we can do. Mark of Quality, Dark Ceremony, Zoocash infestation kind of sucks because it's one of those, like, you go into you gotta kill insects. Sting lashers inside the insect cave. Probably won't go in there. We might do Zoocash infestation. Testing the vessel. It could be all right. But yeah, we're level 50 now. It's badass. 10 more levels to go. Still quite the journey we have left. 3 hours per level, they would, like most people would say, around there. So we're looking at 30 hours. So I'd say around, 35 to 40 episodes, depending on how long they are and how, efficient we choose to level. And that's how long it takes, usually, to level up a WoW character. It's like 100 in a playthrough. It's like 170, 75 episodes, I guess. On like a warrior, mages are probably 10, like 165. I think hardcore just adds. I think the reason why warriors take so long is because they don't really have their movement speed sucks. And we're also playing self-found, so you gotta mount like 6 levels late, which adds quite a bit of time. Probably added like 5 to 10 hours on top, because of all that travel time. It's quite a bit. Well, we're getting there, hopefully. These last 10 levels will be tough. You just got to make sure we don't do anything dumb. Hopefully we don't get DC'd. And I might not even go into a dungeon. We might just, kill boars all the way to 60. Like, let's do it that way. Probably won't do that. But we'll... I'm going to be picky with quests, that's for sure. No escorts. We won't be doing escorts. Worst quests to do. Not worth the reward at all. I would do Blackrock Depths when we get to like 50, like high 50s. Not the whole dungeon, but I would do arena runs to get some pretty nice loot. Because arena's not too bad. You kind of stay away from the fire elementals, right? That's if you're gonna die in Blackrock Depths, it's most likely to fire elementals. Because they hit hard. So as long as we avoid the fire elementals, we're pretty much fine in that dungeon. You don't really have to do the whole dungeon to get decent loot in there. But the thing is, you can only go into the dungeon once, so you do like an arena run and then you leave. Like, that's kind of... I wouldn't say it's a waste, but it's... some people would probably try to talk you into going further. And then that's when you get wrecked. Alright, so here we are, back in Feralus, guys. Next episode we'll do a few quests here, and when we feel like we're done with this, with Feralus, we'll probably start heading over to Eastern Kingdoms again. And we'll check out Searing Gorge, because we're starting to get to a level where Searing Gorge is actually pretty good. And then also the Hinterlands is another zone that's going to be pretty good for us soon. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.